guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video I'm telling you about a girl with a pink backpack. I thought this video was like perfect for this time of year because a lot of people are either back in school for the new year or they're about to be back in school. So while you're in your classroom or you're walking around the halls, keep an eye out for the girl with the pink backpack. Problem is, I feel like a lot of people have pink backpacks, so that might be difficult. I feel like I'm really blending into the theme of this backdrop. Speaking of, I'm announcing the winner very soon, so if you want one last chance to win this awesome backdrop, and please color it in if you get it. All you have to do is head over to our vlog channel, subscribe, and comment the skull emoji on one of our recent videos. By the way, before we get started, we have more adopted gummy bears, okay? Clearly our supply is endless now, so there's enough for everyone to go around. So if you would like one of these squishy cuties, bring them home, name them. You actually get to pick out your color, which is so cool. And yeah, I am going to link them down below. I feel like this gummy bear is like the new mascot for the V team, you know? Comment down below what you think I should name mine. Alright, so let's get into today's creepypasta about the girl with the pink backpack. It's about this boy named Jonah who was very intrigued by this girl in his class, so much so that he found himself watching her all the time. She was very quiet, she was always clutching a pink backpack in her arms. It seemed to be her constant companion. Her name was Emily, and despite being in the same class as her for an entire semester, she had never spoken a word to anyone, not even the teacher. So everyone kind of just assumed that she was mute, except Jonah wasn't quite so sure. It's also important to note that the school they went to was constantly on high alert because there had been a string of missing kids in the town over the past 6 months. So missing posters were all over the hallways, so everyone was on high alert, except for Jonah, who was so intrigued by Emily. One day, he noticed Emily whispering to her backpack. At first, he thought he was imagining things. Her lips moved so quickly and quietly that he could only catch a few syllables. So he told himself it was just nothing, maybe just a peculiar habit that she had. But as her whispers continued, his curiosity grew more and more. He'd watch her as she sat in the cafeteria all by herself, her backpack on the table in front of her, her mouth moving so subtly. How did no one else see this but him? One day he even mentioned it to one of his friends and they just laughed at him and said, "That girl cannot talk." Another day there had been a fire drill during class and the teacher told them to drop everything and line up outside, but Emily insisted on bringing her pink backpack with her. And as she stood outside far away from all the other kids, he saw her whispering into one of the pockets of her backpack. Was he going crazy? Was he just seeing things? So at the end of the day, he walked up to her and asked her if she had an extra page of the homework sheet. He was trying to see if she would accidentally talk to him so he could prove that she wasn't mute, but all she did was look at him and put a finger over her lip, and she shook her head as if to tell him, "I can't respond." So he decided to follow her home, except she didn't go home. She walked to an abandoned barn that was broken down and definitely unlivable. Why would she want to be there? He decided this was all enough. He had to see what was inside her pink backpack, as ridiculous as that sounded. One day, he watched her put in her locker combination and wrote it down in his notebook. Then, when he was sure she wouldn't be near it for some time, he broke in, finding her pink backpack hanging on the hook inside of it. With trembling fingers, he began to unzip the backpack, but the zipper was caught on something that didn't seem to budge, or maybe it was something inside that wasn't allowing him to open it. He stood there pulling it until it finally burst open, and he was not ready for what he saw. The sight was something he had never seen before, and something he couldn't have possibly imagined. The backpack was hollowed out into a cavernous void from which a cold, swirling darkness seemed to emanate, and Jonah could see eyes, thousands of eyes reflecting dim, sickly light, staring back at him from within the void. Faint whispers like a chorus of ghosts echoed at him from the darkness. He was stunned. He could barely move. He could not believe what he was seeing. Then he heard a voice from behind him say,
"I see you found them."
Jonah spun around and saw Emily standing behind him, smiling. The whispers inside of the backpack began to grow louder and louder. They began to sound like these pleading, distorted voices asking for something. And then, before Jonah could even react, the darkness surged out from the backpack, engulfing him and pulling him back into the void. The last thing he heard was Emily's calm voice as he faded into the abyss.
Thank you for your offering.
And that's how that story ends, guys. So if you're ever at your school and you see a mysterious girl walking through the halls with a pink backpack that, you know, maybe she's whispering to, I would not suggest going to open it to peek inside because clearly she's hiding something terrifying. And obviously from all of the clues with the missing kids and strange things happening, I guess she's feeding whatever is in this backpack, the thousands of monsters. She's literally feeding them the children in the school, which is terrifying. So yeah, I thought that was a bit of an intriguing story, a good one for back to school. If you want me to tell more creepypastas, maybe about school, since we're going back into the school year, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. And don't forget, if you would like one last chance to win this backdrop, head over to our vlog channel and comment the skull emoji. And if you would like one of the realistic Coraline dolls or one of our Adopt a Gummy Bears, everything is linked down below. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!